on to the Arctic, actually, because if you have a look at UK Column website and use the search function and type in the word Arctic, you'll see a host of different reports on the Arctic and why the Arctic is becoming important. The BBC back in July had this article: "The struggle for control of the Arctic is accelerating and riskier than ever." And if you remember back a few weeks, Patrick and I attended an event at Plymouth University, which was showing a new documentary entitled "Arming the Arctic," which was really a bit of a NATO propaganda piece. The Arctic is something which is absolutely featured in many reports from Parliament, the House of Lords, and so on. Why are we talking about it today? Because and why, in fact, is it strategically important in this way? Well, this gives us a clue. This is the China Academy, and they've just published this article: "China-Europe Arctic route cuts transit to 18 days, down from 30 via Suez." So this is the inauguration, effectively, of the Arctic Silk Road. And in this case, they were taking goods, a cargo ship with, I think, 1,000 containers on it, from a port in China to Felixstowe in the United Kingdom. And they were doing that in 18 days without the risk of the Suez Canal and the passing, not that a Chinese ship would be at risk necessarily from passing Yemen, but nonetheless, this becomes a game changer as far as getting goods to UK and Europe, Western Europe. And China's been working on it for a very long time. It is therefore becoming a massive place for competition of the so-called great powers. So we'll talk about that later as well. And just very briefly, Mark, then related to that is the Ditchley Foundation and their desire to consider the Indo-Pacific as a region to look at.
Yes, viewers might recall, Mike, that I covered Ditchley right around the time of Bilderberg in mid-June or so. They met exactly at the time that Bilderberg met in Sweden. And Ditchley is kind of a ideological cousin of Bilderberg and the Trilateral Commission, nominally more open than Bilderberg. But this slide shows that they're meeting starting today through the 28th of September. And the conference is at Green Tree. I believe that's in the UK, in partnership with the American Ditchley branch. There's also a Canadian Ditchley branch. Of course, it's another elitist think tank where big money is married to big politics. That's kind of the leverage that they make sure stays in place. But yes, the Indo-Pacific, including China, of course, is high on their agenda. And the way they operate, they won't release details on this probably for at least 3 to 4 weeks. And when they do, of course, we'll report that.
Thank you, Mark. And then let's just end today